Hi everyone and welcome to this Express Pilates class. This class is going to be very quick and we're going to move quite fast through the movements so that we get the most bang for our buck in the short amount of time that we have. So we're going to get started on the mat in a 4-point kneeling position, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and we're going to start with some cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, extend the spine, looking up, feeling a nice arch in the back. Exhale, take your gaze towards your navel, sucking the abs in. Inhale, look up, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, press the floor away. Look towards your navel, shoulder blades draw away from each other. Let's do another 2, inhale in. Exhaling, taking the gaze towards the navel, really flexing the spine. Last one, arch the spine, and then flex the spine. And then we're going to come back to a neutral spine. So we're going to start with our right leg. I want you to flex your toes underneath you, and we're going to start with some donkey kicks. So I want you to make sure you are connecting to that core and that your hips remain level. So we're going to exhale, lift 3 pulses with our foot, and then lower back down. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Now I really want you to make sure that you're connecting to your core here. So you're sliding those ribs down towards your hips. There's a slight tuck under of the pelvis. And you can see that it's like I'm trying to balance a water glass on my back. I'm keeping that good form. So make sure that your hips are also square down towards the mat, and really focus on that glute contraction as you take that foot up towards the ceiling, pressing it up. Really make this small movement very powerful. Your gaze is just slightly forward in front of your hands. Okay, perfect. Last one here. Bend the leg, and then we're going to extend it out, pointing the foot. Okay, so before we lift here, make sure your hips are square. So you're going to exhale, lift that leg, inhale, lower. And you notice there's barely any movement in my lower back. I'm not lifting my leg too high where you can see that there is an arching in my spine. So focus on that core connection, lifting with the glute, balancing a water bottle or a water glass on your back, making sure it doesn't spill. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Hips are square. Gaze is just forward. Perfect. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Come down onto your left forearm. Now, this is when we can open up our hip. So we're opening our hip up to the side, and we're going to tap our foot in front of us, and then lift it up and tap back. Okay, I need more space here. Whew. The perks of apartment living. So exhale, lift it up. Inhale as you lower that foot back down. Exhale, lift and carry. Inhale, lower. Follow your breath. Really feeling this in the glute max, the glute med, and the glute min. Perfect. Stay with me. We're almost done with the glutes. Keeping that core engaged. Belly button to spine. Okay. Let's do one more. Take it forward. Lift and carry, take it back. And then we're going to bring it in line with our hip. So your knee is facing forward, and we're just going to lift little pulses, exhales as you pulse up. Almost done. You can really feel that burn in the glute. Okay, lower it down, bring it in. And then we're not going to rest. We're going to go straight to the other side. So I'm just going to turn around to the other side, making sure that there is enough space behind me. Okay, we're going to start with our donkey kick. So we're going to flex that left foot, and then we're going to exhale, lift 3 pulses, lower back down. Really use that mind to muscle connection, powering that glute. So you first connect to the core and then you lift. That mind to muscle connection will make the exercise harder. So focus on the good form, keeping that pelvis tucked under, the belly button to spine. Try not to move too much in the spine. Perfect. Keep those hips square. Let's go for another 2. Last one. Bring it in. Extend that leg back, pointing that foot, and then we're just going to lift and lower. So really focus on that stability, that core stability. Try not to move around in the spine too much. Imagine you're balancing that water glass on your back. And you'll find that if you do that, you have more mind to muscle connection. And you'll work your glute much more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Perfect. Getting into the glute max here. Hold it up. Come down onto your right forearm. We're going to carry it forward. Tapping next to us. Exhale, lift. Carry it behind us. Behind that back leg. Coming on a diagonal behind that back leg. So we're coming into our rainbows. You're doing so well. We're nearly done for the glute portion of this class. Okay. Stay with me. Opening that hip up to the side of the room. So you don't have to worry about that water glass on your back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Okay, let's do one more. Take it back behind that leg. Lift it up in line with the hip. Little pulses up. Knee facing forward. We're almost done. Stay with me. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg down. Press back to a nice shell stretch. Okay, just taking a moment here, stretching it out, and then we're going to go onto our back. So come towards the middle of your mat, and then you're going to gently roll down onto your back. Okay, perfect. Scoot those heels in. Okay, we're going to take our hands behind our head, and then we're going to bring our right leg up to tabletop. So make sure that that knee is over that hip. We're going to keep it there. It's going to make it harder. So make sure the back is pressed flat to the mat. There's a tuck under of your pelvis. And then we're just going to exhale, lift up into our ab curl. Inhale, lower. Your head is just resting in your hands. So you're not pulling on your neck. You're using those abs to lift you. Sinking that belly button in towards the spine. In towards the mat. So there's no popping in the abs. Really focus on that whole core, that transverse abdominis. Sucking in. It's going to make the movement much harder. Okay, on your next one, you're going to lift up. We're going to twist towards the right and extend the arms. Inhale, take it behind your head, come back to center. Staying up in that ab curl so your gaze is towards your knees. Really focus on that twist, lifting up and over, reaching those fingertips as far as you can, but also keeping that left hip down to the mat. Okay, we're going to do one more. Hold it to the side, don't extend the arms, and then we're just going to tap the toes. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just resting that head in your hands. Looking just past that leg. Exhale as you bring it up. Really feel that core, bring that leg up, keeping it over the hip. Lift with those lower abs and those hip flexors. Okay, on our next one, we're going to lower the leg and come back to center. Exhale, lift and twist. So we're really getting into those internal and external obliques. Really feel that contralateral hip and rib connection. So you're drawing that left hip down towards that left rib down towards the right hip. I can't even talk properly. This is getting difficult. Okay, one more. Lower all the way back down. Just move the hips from side to side here. Releasing the abs a bit. But we're not going to rest too long. We're going to go straight into the other side because this is a quick class and we need to get it done. Okay, bring that left leg to tabletop. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Remember to slide the ribs down towards the hips. So we're creating that crease underneath the ribs. You're taking your gaze towards your knee. Knee is over hip. Just going to make it harder. If you want to make it less difficult, bring the knee in closer. Okay, perfect. On our next one, we're going to lift up, twist, extend the arms, come back to center. Really focus on your breath here. Working the core is so important. When it is done correctly with your breath, you will get better results. Okay, bring it back to center. We're going to twist towards the left. Tap those toes. Lift. So inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Remember that rib to hip connection, that opposite rib to hip connection. Use that core to lift that leg back up. Perfect. Come back to center. Now we're going to tap, lift and twist. Perfect. Exhale as you twist. Inhale as you come back to center. Keep in that belly button to spine. Whew, my abs are burning. If yours are too, then you must be doing it right. Okay. Let's go for 3 more. Okay, bring it back to center. Lower everything down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Okay. We're done with the abs. Stretch your body out long. Releasing the abs. And then we're going to roll over onto our tummies. Okay. Getting straight into it. Just releasing my mic there so you can hear me. Okay. So I want you to take your hands towards your hips. And you're going to rest your forehead on the mat. You're going to make sure your feet are about hip distance apart, slightly externally rotated. So your knees are facing a little bit outwards. On your inhale, you're going to lift your chest, lift your arms so that they're hovering off the mat, reaching those fingertips towards those toes, keeping those legs on the ground. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, extend, find length. Exhale, lower. So using your breath here, drawing the belly button towards your spine, using those back extensors to lift you. Really reach those fingertips back behind you. One more here. Your gaze is slightly forward. You're not hyperextending in the neck. You're looking just slightly forward. Lower back down. On our next one, we're going to add the legs. So we're going to lift our chest off the mat and we're going to lift our legs using our glutes. So you're going to inhale, lift the upper back, extending the legs, lifting, extending at the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, extend, find length. Exhale, lower. Perfect. Getting into that posterior train of the body. Really bring those hands close towards those hips so that you feel this in the triceps as well. Perfect. You're working so hard. We're almost there. Okay. One more. Perfect. Okay, bring those hands underneath the shoulders, and then we're going to push up to a plank. I'm just putting my mic back so that, because we're done with the prone work, and we're going to lift up into a plank. So here, I want you to make sure that you are tucking your pelvis under. Your body is in one straight long line. You're looking down towards the mat, neck in line with the spine. So find that nice strong plank. You're using your core, you're using your glutes here, and a plank is not supposed to look pretty. So if it does look pretty, you're doing it wrong. So really squeeze those glutes, make it look ugly. And then we're going to come into a side plank. So we're going to stagger our feet, lift our left arm up towards the ceiling. Find that strong side plank, pushing up out of that hand, resisting the floor away, little dips. Inhale out, exhale, lift. Getting into those obliques. Really strong work here. Make sure your head is in line with your spine. So you're not like here or looking here. You're looking straight ahead. Stay with me. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand back down. Come back down to your strong plank. Stay with me. We're almost there. Okay, we're going to go and do the other side now. So stagger those feet. Lift that right hand towards the ceiling. Okay, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Strong side plank. Pushing up, resisting the floor. You're doing so well. We're almost there. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand back down. Strong plank. Find that strong plank. Tucking the pelvis under, connecting to the core so that the ribs slide down towards the hip. Okay. Lift that left leg. Still in one long line. Keep that left leg pointing strong. Exhale, press back, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Woo. We're almost done with today's class. And then you can rest. Okay, perfect. Lower that left leg, extend the right leg, lift it up, extending at the hip. Exhale, shift back, inhale, shift forward. Strong plank, pushing the ground away from you. Last 2. Last 1. Lower that foot back down. Come down onto your knees, press back to your shoulder stretch. Take a nice deep breath. That was hard work. Planks are never easy, no matter how much you do them. Okay. Take a nice big deep breath coming down from today's class. And then we're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Take that right hand up and over, coming into some lateral flexion. And then that left hand up and over. Release that. And that's it for today's class, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this Express Pilates class. Definitely going through the movements quite quickly gives you some good results. And I hope you will like this video, subscribe down below, and join me for my next classes. I'll see you then. Bye guys.